adventure. TRANSPIRENAICA 2024. Left the Ordesa Monte Perdido National Park, and we are now at the last high altitude stage of our adventure to the Pyrenees. Last stage, but perhaps one of the most evocative. We are in the heart of the Aragonese Pyrenees, and we find ourselves camping at over 2,000 meters above sea level. A breathtaking view of the entire valley, emerald green alpine lakes, and behind us an impressive natural amphitheater of limestone rocks with infinite chromatic shades. Another animal that has accompanied us throughout our journey are by far horses. There are really so many of them, all in a semi-wild state. But you can tell they are not wild horses because they are well cared for and also very friendly. The horses we find today on the Pyrenees are probably crosses of ancient native breeds, well adapted to the climate and work of mountain environments. Of the Pyrenees are so sociable that we often happen to approach them. But other times, they are the ones to approach us, to the point of being a little too intrusive, as in this case. We are enjoying an excellent plate of pasta with a view when the matriarch of this herd decides she wants to try some too. And suddenly we find ourselves with the whole herd ever closer and closer and closer, until Sylvia is literally surrounded by the mares with their foals. Spend then the afternoon relaxing. set up camp for the night, and right after dinner, we enjoy the evening magic of these mountains in the warmth of a bonfire, grateful to Mother Nature for the wonders she wanted to show us even today. Our journey westwards continues. We go down in altitude, and once again, the Pyrenees give us a completely new and different scenario from all the ones we've seen previously. We are at altitudes ranging from 600 to 1000 meters. The temperatures are clearly higher, and the vegetation, even if it's no longer the one of the high mountains, is still thick and lush.
And if I could just let go and take your hand in mine and move.
We follow a track found almost at the last moment that branches off first for tens of kilometers on these pre-alpine reliefs between rocky canyons and thick Mediterranean scrub forests, and then leads us to discover a spot so panoramic to leave us speechless.
To let go. And I am moving to only a memory remains. And I'm leaving all that was, all those troubled times, leaving them behind. If I could just let go and take your hand in mine to move with the hands of time, the wind to carry me.
We spend the rest of the day and the night in this postcard spot, near an old ruined castle and just behind Mallos de Riglos, majestic rock formations that for a moment make us forget we are in Europe, making us believe to be in Monument Valley.
Moments left behind. If I could just let go and take your hand in mine and move with the hands of time.
The last destination of our Transpyrenees is the desert of Bardenas Reales, that we will reach only at sunset. To get there, we gradually leave the mountains and travel a myriad of kilometers on dirt roads, crossing vast expanses of Spanish countryside and occasionally some small villages. But even though we are heading towards a desert, we do not miss the opportunity to get muddy in a puddle of stagnant water that happens to be right on our route. Capricious nature, which forms incredible landscapes, welcomes us in the southeast of Navarra. Catalogued as a World Biosphere Reserve, the Bardenas Reales amaze us with their semi-desert scenery. It's a natural site of about 42,000 hectares, where water, wind, and sun have modeled the clay, chalk, and sandstone soils, creating surprising shapes, among which the canyons, the tabular plateaus, and the solitary heights called cabezos stand out. Sunset light contributes to making this scenery even more extraordinary, giving us the best ending we could hope for on our adventure through the Spanish Pyrenees.
Ciao dalle Bardenas! È partito il cane. Alright guys, so our adventure is over. Thank you for watching the video till now. This is our very last day. It has been a very awesome experience. This is the trip of the year. I don't always have like 3 weeks or 2 weeks available to do an overland travel, so I make it once per year. I was dreaming about the Pyrenees actually since some years. I was not able to do that last year, so this year I finally made it. It's a really beautiful mountain chain, quite different from the Alps and sometimes also similar. We have been traveling from the Mediterranean to the ocean, crossing the Pyrenees far and wide. We have seen many places, but there are still so much more places that we have to see, that I want to see, and of course I will be back on the Pyrenees sooner or later. But let's say that as a first trip, this was very good, because now at least I have an idea which are the places where I would love to come back, which are the places on the Pyrenees where I would not go anymore. We have been camping from 0 to 2,100 meters above sea level. We have never seen a camping. During our Trans-Pyrenees, we have always done free camping, and it's something that you can do easily. The company was great. With Giuliano and Silvia, we had such a good time together. We were really aligned on everything, like timing, cooking. We always had the dinner, lunch, breakfast together. and we have been doing like 3,500 kilometers for this trip, which is quite a long distance. My Jeep was surprisingly alright. I had no issues. My Jeep has been able to make me live this dream, to bring me across the Pyrenees from the Mediterranean to the Atlantic Ocean, and I have to say thanks to my Jeep for that. My setup was very good. Once again, guys, I will never get tired to repeat how the Alucab setup is extremely solid and practical and useful. The owning has really saved us. The Alucab owning has really saved us during this holiday, during this trip. In no matter what weather conditions, rain, sun, wind, it has been so strong. We open it every day, every night, and it was really a game changer for this trip. So as I said, this is our very last day. We are taking our road to home. We have been crossing the Pyrenees in almost 2 weeks. We made some few stops at the end on the Atlantic Ocean in Spain. San Sebastian is really a really nice city, and then we stayed a couple of days just relaxed in France at the Dune de Pilat, which is also a repressive place with this big sand dune, and you see the sunset on the ocean. It's really gorgeous. And we spent the 2 last day in Valois. I was there last year, but I wanted to come back this year also to take Giuliano and Silvia to show them how beautiful is this show, and I was so happy to be there again. We have seen so many beautiful vehicles, Toyotas, Jeeps, whatsoever. We love all of them. And even this year I go back home richer than when I left, richer of experiences, richer of people, because we met new people during this trip, some very good ones, which will remain in our heart forever, and we will bring forever these good memories about the time we spent together, and richer of the places that I have seen, the experience we shared with the friends, with our dogs that have always been faithful, that have been following us no matter where. So I have to say the balance of this trip is 100% positive. I will see you guys to the next adventure, to the next trip. I don't know yet what it's gonna be, but for sure it will be here on the channel. So thank you guys for all, and I'll see you to the next video.